So what I'm doing is just concealing above my brows that I've already filled in with a pencil, eyebrow pencil. And I'm just going to, yeah, just basically shape it and just blend it out with a dense blending brush. And now I'm just using my natural beige concealer from LA Girl on my eyelids just to act as a base. And I'm just setting it with the RCMA powder. And I'm just taking that brown transition shade from that palette that you just saw into my crease, and then putting an orange shade from Juvias Place into the crease as well. And then I am going to be using a transition shade again to just blend out the edges. Then I'm taking that brighter orange shade from the Juvias Place Zulu palette right on top of the previous orange shade. And then taking that warm brown and just starting to like build up the crease. And then I'm taking the reddish brown tone and putting that in the crease as well, and just starting to define it, and just making sure to go back in with the orange to make sure it's all like it's still there and bright. And now I'm cutting my crease with the same concealer I used for the base, which I believe is natural beige or something like that, but I'll put it in the description box anyway. And then just setting it really, really lightly. And then I'm going to take the yellow shade from the Zulu palette again and just start patting that on my eyelids, on like the first half or like the first 3/4 of my lid. And then I'm going to put the orange on the outer corner, so it goes from yellow to orange. And just make sure to keep tapping and like build up the pigment, because it's yellow, it can come out a bit chalky. And then I'm just going to take the warm like reddish brown shade that I put in my crease on the outer corner, just to I don't know, darken it a little bit, but without making it look too dark. I want it to just be all really warm. And now I'm just going to use my glitter liner to line my crease, and then I'm going to set it with a gold glitter. I'm just cleaning up the edge of my eyeshadow with my concealer and just blending it out to make it look really nice and sharp. Now I'm using my NYX Angel Veil primer as usual, which I highly recommend. Then I'm going to be taking my two favourite foundations, which I always use, which I'll put in the description box as my foundation off camera. Now I'm just taking my MAC Studio Fix concealer stick and using it to highlight. I've already gone in with my LA Girl concealer in the shade Cool Tan, so I'm just using this as a brighter highlight basically, and it's in the shade NC20 I think, but it'll be in the description box as usual. And just blending that in with my damp beauty blender, and then just making sure to blend around the edges because it's obviously really bright. Like I always say, I like a bright concealer. So, and now I'm taking my RCMA translucent powder to set that concealer and just like pressing it in at the same time. And now I'm taking my LA Girl face powder in the shade KIKO to set my foundation. And now I'm contouring my nose with my Sleek Woodsmoke powder, and I'm also going to use that to contour my cheeks. can see that I've reversed highlighted as well. And just taking my like light brown face powder to blend away all that setting powder and just kind of make it all one tone, and then just using my large fluffy brush to blend it all out. And then I'm taking my Badescu Lavender spray and just spraying it all over to make my face a bit more dewy. Now I'm taking the combination of blushes from the Juvias Place palette. It's a pink, orange and warm brown. And then I'm gonna like literally go in with more setting powder underneath my eyes and underneath my contour, just to really brighten and define it, and also to catch any fallout from the eyeshadow that you can see me smoking on my lash line, which I just literally use the colours that I put on my lids. And then I'm taking a brown pencil instead of a black pencil in my waterline, and then I'm going to highlight with the gold shade from the Juvias Place palette, and then I'm going to take the Laura Geller highlighter right on top to build the dimension, as you can see. And I'm also just highlighting my nose, the tip and the bridge, and I'm also going to take that in my inner corner. I'm just applying some AliExpress lashes on now, and I'll leave a link in the description box. And I'm just putting a little bit of mascara on it as well. And just make sure you do your lower lashes and like make sure you complete the look. And now I'm taking my MAC Chestnut pencil and just lining my lips really well. Taking Sleek Birthday Suit, it's a liquid lipstick first, and then I'm taking those two lip glosses, which are, or MAC lip gloss, it's a pink one, which I'll put in the description box, and then I'm going to use the KIKO one that I always use as well, right on top. The MAC one is quite new, so yeah, I just wanted to play around with it, and then just like, literally just reline it with a darker pencil to like build up the definition. And then set my face with that Avon spray, and that's a finished look for the makeup. So I'm just taking off my headscarf that I had on that was like kind of laying my wig flat, and as you can see it's got like a line of demarcation now. So I'm just going to take my face powder, my contour powder, and just kind of play around with it on my forehead, and I'm also adding some powder into my parting so that the line shows up a bit more. And then I'm using a tail comb to just comb through some of the hairspray that I have at the front, and just kind of, yeah, just obviously just play around with it, make it all neat. And then I'm going to take my Remington wide plate straighteners and just run them through the wig at the front, because I already straightened this wig off camera, so I just wanted to go over the front a little bit more. Just using the chase method with a tail comb. And this is like a blunt bob, kind of long bob wig that I reconstructed, and that's the hair done. So for the outfit, I did all black, and I'm wearing an off-shoulder top from H&M, these satin black joggers from Pretty Little Thing Plus, my bag is from Primark, my chain is from Pretty Little Thing, and my heels are from New Look, which you can't actually see. But that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!